welcome back to Benefit. Welcome back to the channel, man. So, man, Dark Side of One Direction Part 2. We're finna go ahead and get straight into this thing, man. If you guys are new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button down below. On the way to 9,000 subscribers. Other than that, though, hey, you guys are new to the channel. If you watching me the first time, man, Part 2 was uploaded yesterday. So, I might put an annotation up here. I be forgetting, though, bruh. I be forgetting to put an annotation right here. But I'll try to. I'll try to, bro. If it don't pop up, then I forgot once again, man. Hey, man, we finna go get straight to it, man. Hey, let's go.
Like, no, management has their mind made up. They know exactly what they want One Direction to sound like. So when Zayn tried to sing something like he would in his own voice, they would make him record it over and over again until it sounded like their management wanted it to. Like, I get it in the beginning, it makes sense, like in the Up All Night era, to kind of guide them, write their songs for them, and make them sound a certain way. But then after they gain like a huge following and become the biggest boy band in the world, don't you think you should ease up and let them have their own sound and do their own thing, like as a band, and experiment creatively? Like, it's so ridiculous to me that they were straight up like, nope, we want you to sound the exact same. Do it again and again and again until you get it right. Like, the fact that Zayn had no room to be creative with lyrics or anything. Another direct quote that I want to talk about came from Liam.
Do y'all think, okay, I wasn't even finna ask that question, man. Don't even worry. But what I was finna, well, obviously though, come on now. Okay, now I'm talking too much. But see, what I was gonna say is, obviously, if One Direction gets back together, of course they're not gonna get labeled under the Simon Cowell. You know what I'm saying? But I wonder, bro. It'll be super dope though if they went solo. No, okay, what am I talking about? Solo though, they're already solo, but like no labels, no nothing, just them five. Just them, no label controlling them, just them five. Man, you know how that would eat the labels up, boy. They would eat you up. They would be offering you millions, bro, like mass millions, bro, to try to get you, bro, because they want that control. So
himself, he also did an interview similar to like Zayn's interviews, where he was opening up about how One Direction was actually really toxic and that he never felt in control when he was in the band. So this is Liam's quote. He said, when asked if he ever felt in control during those times, Payne said he never did. He explained, I still struggle with it now. I really struggle to say no because I don't like to let people down. It's in my nature. So basically Liam in this quote is saying, like, yeah, One Direction was toxic at times. I never felt in control, and that sense of not feeling in control followed him into his career now. Like, he still feels now like he can't say no to people because it was so drilled into his head when he was in One Direction that every single thing they say goes, and he can't have the freedom to be creative. That's crazy. It's like they brainwash these boys. Not only has Liam been opening up lately in the past few years about not feeling in control and feeling like the band was toxic, he also opened up about turning to alcohol to cope with all of it. He literally had an alcohol problem and talked about how he went on stage drunk at times just so he could handle everything that was going on. And he also opened up about having to take literal mood stabilizers to help him.
For real?
That is so... If you want to read Liam's interview opening up about One Direction being toxic and not feeling in control, or if you want to read on like him opening up about his mood stabilizers and alcohol problems, once again, everything you need will be in the description. I have those interviews linked so you can check them out. Another thing that I found when I was doing research that I thought was really interesting was Harry went on the Chris Evans Breakfast Show, which is an interview that he did. And while he was on the show, he literally told the interviewer that Simon Cowell is the source of his anxiety problem. And I know that a lot of people would say like, oh, he's passing it off as a joke, but why would Harry say that, you know? Why would he say that if he didn't mean it? He said that Simon Cowell is the reason he has anxiety problems, meaning that he still has anxiety problems to this day that were rooted by Simon Cowell. Like, Simon Cowell is one of the most successful people ever.
He is, though. Not, I wouldn't say successful though. Like, technically successful because we know who he is. A penis. What? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Don't be trying to meme and talk you know. But listen, yeah, those. Keep going with the damn vid. Talking too much once again, right?
Like, he's Simon Cowell. Like, as much as you don't like him, you can't deny his success and how influential and powerful he is in the music industry. So there's no way that you can go up against him with his status and not do what he says. Like, he's Simon Cowell. He can ruin your life. So, of course, Harry and...
Who life he gonna ruin? Let me shut up once again. Who life he gonna ruin? Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, people will support you for rebelling against this type of behavior, though. Like, bro, are y'all gonna hate him for... Obviously, not the people in the comment section. Obviously, because people over here do not like the Simon Cowell. But cowgirl. That's what I call them. I'm talking too much, but y'all know what I'm saying though. All right, what I'm saying is that nobody is going to hate you for trying to rebel against Simon. Dang.
All the other boys had to go along with everything that he wanted. If y'all hear knocking on my door, it's the FBI, because Simon Cowell's gonna come for me after this video. All of the boys seem to have a problem with Simon Cowell in general, and it shows, because like I said, Simon is kind of the man who's behind all of this horrible stuff that I'm telling you about right now. It's very clear that the boys have a problem with Simon. I kind of already talked about this with Louis and how he behaved weirdly around him and like didn't seem to want to be around him and how he portrayed him in his music video. But all of the boys seem to have a problem with Simon, because now Harry's over here saying like, oh, Simon's the reason I have anxiety. So obviously he has a problem with Simon. All the boys seem uncomfortable with him in general. Like you can tell when they're like giving speeches about him, or when he's around, or when he's like giving speeches about them, they kind of just stand there and they're like,
well, this takes me back 5 years ago when I met 5 guys singing as solo artists, and then I never could have predicted what happened next.
Very uncomfortable. It's written all over their faces how much they don't like this man. It's very obvious.
Good evening, everybody. We're truly honoured to present this award to our boss, Simon Cowell.
I don't understand how any.
Look how he was looking, man. Look at how he was looking. That man was look at this. They don't even see. What am I? Okay. I thought I wasn't recording. I was about to say, bro. I was about to be like, man, I was going to have to fake a reaction.
We're
but,
truly honoured to present this award to our boss, Simon Cowell.
Look at him. Just looking like a damn mannequin. Mannequins are fake. Obviously. Please continue with the video. Quality cam. Dang, dude.
I don't understand how anyone could ever look at these boys' behavior and body language and tell me that they.
Listen, I'm like enforcing myself to like not talk a lot. I got homework due tonight. It's a bunch. So you know what I'm saying? I'm like trying to like enforce myself to not talk as much, because that was be delaying my video time process. But I'm out tomorrow, so y'all gonna get full me tomorrow. But today though, I'm talking too much. Come on, Koala Cam.
Like Simon Cowell. Like it's written all over them that they just don't like him and are very uncomfortable with him. I understand why they're uncomfortable with Simon Cowell. He's the reason they were horribly overworked, had all this branding done to them. He even forced Niall not to get knee surgery just to keep him working. Like you.
Hey, check this out.
No.
How much money did you make before working here?
About 12K a month.
And how much do you make now?
About 20 to 25.
Cap.
You all know that Niall had knee surgery, and it was a crucial knee surgery that Niall needed for a long time, but Simon is the one who told him he could not get it yet because he still needed him. This is a crucial knee surgery that Niall needed, and you're more concerned with making money than his well-being. So not only do the boys make uncomfortable faces when it comes to Simon, but also there's the whole, not anymore, Simon.
Not anymore, Simon.
They clearly don't get along with him, and it's so obvious. So that was kind of my little section 1 and 2 of this video, talking and ranting about One Direction being branded and controlled. So now in this next little third section, I want to talk about another aspect of One Direction that was very toxic and hard, which is the fact that they were completely overworked. I feel like this is another one of those ones that's kind of well known, but I'm still going to talk about it anyway. I just want to start this section off by saying that Simon Cowell knew that he wanted to sign the boys of One Direction before they were even out of the X Factor house. If you pay attention to kind of how things were during the X Factor, it came as a shock to everyone how fast the boys of One Direction became popular. They were obviously formed on the X Factor and went through the competition just like everyone else, but they grew a fan base while they were on the show. That typically doesn't happen to people until after they're off the show and they get signed or whatever. But the boys already had like screaming fans when they were still competing on the show. And Simon kind of opened up in the One Direction movie This Is Us about how it was crazy for him to see them growing so fast and so rapidly. Like he said himself that he couldn't believe it, and that it was something that he's never seen in his career before. So obviously Simon's going to sign them no matter if they won or not. One Direction came in third place on the X Factor, obviously, but it didn't matter. They could have lost the competition completely. They could have won. It doesn't matter. Simon was going to sign them either way. He already knew that in his head by seeing, like, the reaction to One Direction being a boy band. He already knew that he wanted them from early on. So when he did offer them the contract, even though they didn't win it, they were really young and impressionable and had no idea what they were getting themselves into when they signed this 5-year contract with Simon Cowell. Imagine that you're this like 16, 17, 18 young teenager from some random town. You know, you don't live in LA, you don't live anywhere glamorous, you grew up normally, went to school, have a regular family, and then all of a sudden you're in the X Factor house. There's hundreds of screaming girls waiting outside for you every day, and this huge music producer who is super influential and super famous is standing in front of you like, hey, I can make you rich and famous, sign this 5-year...
Yeah, sure. Hey, X Factor actually had a house? Well, okay, alright, now I'm asking stupid stuff. I know they had a house, and now I didn't know they had a house before, though. So, I didn't know, bro. I didn't know. I gotta see, though. It's an actual house. Wait, actually, that might be it. Bruh. Wait, no, I might be capped. So, they might... Is this the X Factor house, though? Should it look like everybody? X Factor house. Okay.
Your contract. Like, of course they're gonna sign it. Of course they're gonna say yes.
Because they're young.
This was their dream. They were too young to know better. They don't know anything about the music industry at all. Of course they're not gonna know anything about the workload and how, like, the branding and all of that stuff that comes with being famous. They just see, oh my god, Simon Cowell, we can make an album, we can make money. Like, of course they're gonna sign the fucking contract. You know what I'm saying? Especially because it's Simon Cowell, too. Like, are you kidding me? If I was a 16-year-old girl on the X Factor and Simon Cowell's like, hey, do you want to sign with me?
That's like Drake. That's like Drake. Coming up to you, ask you, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you trying to be on Certified Lover Boy? Yes, sir. Sign your line over. Let me shut up. Let's continue.
5 albums in 5 years. I wouldn't be like, sounds like a lot of work. Let me think about it. Like, no, I'd be like, give me the contract, you know? So then when they got into the band, they were overworked completely. They recorded an album, went on tour, recorded an album, went on tour with no type of like pause in between. There was literally points in time where they were recording their next album while they were still touring the one before that. That's insane. That's
God.
Crazy. That is so insanely difficult. It's just a constant grueling cycle of writing an album, recording the songs, doing all the promo, all the interviews, going on tour, and then while you're on tour, you don't get to catch your breath. No, you're already writing and recording a new album. Like, that's insane. These boys needed a break. They needed like a year or so off to breathe, be with their family, get back on their feet, and then record a new album. Being overworked like that is like super extremely damaging, not only to your social life and, I don't know, your personal health, but like Zayn even opened up about developing an eating disorder because he didn't have time to eat.
Good. Hold on now. I see. That man Zayn ain't had time to eat, bruh. Man, you ain't finna, bro, You know what I'm saying? The food is good. It's good, bruh. So you ain't finna stop me from eating, bro. That's you're not finna do it. You're just not finna do it. So. Let me just be quiet once again. But you guys know what I'm saying, though. You're not gonna stop me for eating. You try to stop me for eating. Hey, we fighting. We doing some type of fighting. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't know if they ever tried to put their foot down with that stuff, because you know, like terminating big contracts like that, bro, to buy out, bro. So much money, bro. It'll probably made them broke. Literally, to buy out of that contract, man, it'll probably made them broke. But that's how they trap them. They put the buyout thing really high, and you can't get out.
He literally,
because you don't even make that.
Literally said the reason that he had one is because he didn't have time to eat properly, and it ended up giving him an eating disorder. Like, I can't imagine. There's a lot of things that I've talked about in this video and stuff that really shake me, but that's one of the ones that gets to me like the most. Once again, these people did not care about One Direction. They cared about making money, like pushing back Niall's knee surgery. Liam's an alcoholic, and Zayn's over here like not eating because he's being so overworked, and you just don't care. The last thing I sort of wanted to touch on in this video is the fact that One Direction has been completely sexualized by everyone since they became a band and were put into the spotlight. This doesn't necessarily have much to do with management, but it still goes along with the dark side of being in a boy band, so I thought I would at least mention it. Ever since One Direction was put together. Basically, everyone has thought it was fine to be grossly invasive towards them, especially interviewers. They see nothing wrong with barging in and trying to make everything about the boys' sex lives and such like that, even when they were underage. Literally, Harry was 17 when they signed with Psycho and started doing interviews and promo and stuff for their albums, and people still just thought it was perfectly fine to always make everything sexual or be grossly invasive when it comes to that kind of thing. Also, kind of like insinuating that he likes older women and constantly egging on him about that when he was underage was weird. Even if he wasn't underage, even if the boys were of age, it's still just weird to be so grossly invasive and invested in their sex lives and making them into sex symbols. Like, people always just found it okay to like Photoshop their heads onto like naked body. They were literally given
real?
sex symbol
I never saw
statuses
that
when
before.
they were as young as like 17. Media, interviewers, people who talked to them, like, they literally did not care. They saw these boys as just like another pretty face. They were also subjected to like really uncomfortable jokes. The one that comes to mind first in my head when I think about this is when they went on Chatty Man and Ellen Carr kept making jokes about like the Chatty Man sofa, stuff like that. They were always subjected to weird jokes like that. I promise you, interviewers, you can be funny and entertaining and have an interview without sexualizing these boys, especially when they're underage. But still, every single thing they did, it felt like, had to be about sex at one point or another, even when they were so young. Like, they are fresh in the spotlight and you guys are already grabbing onto them and destroying them, like the music industry and Hollywood in general tend to do to people. Just so fucked up. And that's another thing that ended up following them into their current careers and their current lives. All of them still are subjected to stuff like that. Harry especially. Harry gets sexualized by his own fan base. His own...
That's not fans, though. That's not fans, you know? Yeah. It's not fans, though. Like... Y'all know what I'm talking about.
fan base thinks it's so perfectly fine to go on the internet and post these disgustingly graphic tweets about
That's
him
not fans.
and
It's
make
not
every
fans.
single thing
Haters.
that he sings about.
Like, okay, they're called fans. You know what I'm talking about. They're called fans. They're not fans, though. They kind of, you know what I'm saying? They're doing some bad, you know.
Every single thing that he does about sex and him doing sexual things, when it literally has nothing to do with that. I kind of touched on this in, like, when I did my Lights Up music video analysis, how people just love to
Let's talk about teeth straightening. Why does Invisalign cost
I got
so
homework.
much?
I can't watch you.
jump at any chance they can get to make anything that he's doing about sex. Like they twist his words to make it sound like he's trying to be sexual. And Harry has come out and said himself that he does not like the
He
sex
doesn't
symbol
like
status that
that.
he has been given.
They gotta stop that hairstyle. He said, being a sex symbol, deeply uncomfortable.
It makes him uncomfortable, and his fans just choose to ignore that and do it anyway. It is so
They're not fans.
entirely beyond me
They're
that
not
people can
fans.
claim to love and support someone so much and then behave that way. Like, why are you doing that to your idol, like someone that you claim to love and respect so much? You should think more highly of him than that, than reducing him to just some piece of meat like that. You know what I'm saying? Especially because he had
That's
to
not
grow
funny,
up dealing
but
with it.
It kind of sounded funny. Yeah. I'm sorry, though. It's not funny, though.
Like, yes,
Some piece of meat. What?
all of the boys had to grow up dealing with it, but Harry especially, because of the womanizer brand that was pushed on him when he was literally 16. He had to grow up and figure out life in the media like that, in the spotlight, with that label on him. And now he has this chance to kind of like get away from that, be free, be a solo artist, and you guys still want to push that image on him. He's been suffering from that his whole life, and you still want to treat him like that even though you love and respect him so much. So basically, overall, between the harsh branding, controlling, manipulation, toxicity, sexualizing, all of that stuff all put together basically means One Direction was treated like money-making objects, completely created by their management, created like they were made in a lab or something. That's how they made these boys feel. And that is what I mean by the dark side of One Direction. Don't get me wrong, I love One Direction with my whole heart. I've been here since 2011, supporting them, loving them as a band. They have all talked very highly about One Direction, how much they loved their time in that band. At times, like, yes, all these awful things happen, but they do have good memories in this band and have talked about moments that they had. But like I said, even though they did have those memories and good times, they did endure a lot of disgusting shit with each other, which makes them brave and strong and makes what they did even more impressive. Like, they went through it, they managed to stay on top, they managed to stay successful, they managed to keep it together without losing it and breaking down. It's a miracle that they just survived all of this stuff together. And I'm so happy that they had each other at the very least. They had each other. Because some artists go through this, like solo artists go through this.
And they don't
with their
have nothing to you know, besides like their family.
And the music industry just on their own. So I'm so happy that they grew up together and they had each other. They had this brotherhood where they can lean on each other and endure it together. So I guess that gives you a little bit of a better understanding as to why Zayn left and why it was okay that they wanted to, you know, split up and go solo. They're all doing so much better now. Obviously, they still struggle with these labels that were put on them when they were younger, following them into their solo careers and stuff, and still feeling kind of like they're trapped in that same mindset from One Direction. But they're doing better. They're on their own time, own schedules. They get to dress however they want. They get to wear their hair however they want, say whatever they want, make the music they want.
Wear your hair,
And it's so
Mr.
much better for
Zayn.
them.
Wear how you
So
want
while I
to,
will
you know.
always love and be so thankful for One Direction, I'm so happy that they're doing their best that they can on their own. Next time someone says to you, maybe, what's the big deal with Simon Cowell? He's not a horrible person. Send them this video and they'll find out for themselves why I don't
Nobody
like
ever
Simon
gonna
Cowell
say
and why
that.
you shouldn't
Hopefully,
either. This is One
you get
Direction.
rocked. You get punched inside your mouth. You know.
It's truth, and hopefully I shed some light on that today for you all, because this video was very highly requested and I'm really actually glad that I did do it. I feel like I just got so much off my chest and it feels so much better informing the people who don't know about it than choosing to stay quiet. Like I said in the beginning of this video, all of my sources and interviews and stuff
Angel.
where I got quotes and such from will be linked down below if you want to go and check these things out for yourself and do your own research or go in deeper. There's a lot of stuff that I just brushed the surface of and did not even delve that deep into. So if you want to do your own research, please do, because I couldn't even make a video long enough to cover every single little detail that I would need to. And while you're down there, also don't forget to go check out my main channel if you're not subscribed already. I make videos over there all the time if you want to see more of
she
me.
got a
My social
different
media is
channel.
also linked down
So
below.
she
Follow me on
already got over
Instagram and Twitter,
100K.
also TikTok. Thank you so much for watching this video. I was absolutely terrified to film it, but like I said, I feel 1,000 times better now that I did, and I'm really glad that I got all of this out there. Let me know down below in the comments what you think about all of this.
Huh? Hold on now. I thought your main channel. This your main? So this ain't your main? Okay. Alright. I thought the main channel, you know, had more. Because, you know, I thought, okay, this is our second channel. She only got 67K. I'm like, okay, yeah, you know, like, this is a second channel. So this is like, you know, not a real serious channel. But a main had, I thought it was. Let's continue.
If you think I missed anything,
Talking
always open
so
for discussion
much.
in the comments. I love reading your comments and seeing the conversations you have with each other.
She just said that. Oh, bro, for sure, bro, for sure. Bro, y'all be cracking me up in the comment section when y'all be commenting to each other. I love it, bro. I love that if one of y'all wrong, bro, y'all fix each other and it don't be violence. Y'all tell each other, oh, you know, I just wasn't mean to get on you. I was just letting you know, bro. Come on, man. Love you. Catch it. It's falling. See, I ain't even let it go. See how I had it in my hand? See, you was out there, had your hand out and everything. You ain't even catch it. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't going to catch it anyway. I still got it right here. Now, see? I just caught you lying. So, I threw it to the ground. Now it's broken. Ha, ha, ha.
I hope you're all doing well, and I will see you in my next video.
See you later. You know? Hey, I appreciate her for doing that. I appreciate you guys for sending this in. Long video. Shout out to her. She really came through and really explained this a lot. I did not know about a lot of this stuff up in here. I only know about the basics, what you guys will tell me. So this video went in deep. And I really appreciate you guys for sending this in, man. But anyways, man, that is going to do it for the reaction, man. If you guys did enjoy, man, make sure y'all hit the like button down below. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button down below as well. On the way to 9,000 subscribers. And that does Spitball Quality Care. I'm out this thing. Peace out. Love you guys.